Hi, once again, this is Brother Teacher. Now, before I begin, first of all, to all of you that are my followers and subscribers who've known me for years now, and some even more in recent months, you should know my person by now. I'm a YouTube creator and a commentator. I talk about virtually everything, sometimes things that people don't even want to talk about, they want to hear someone else talk about. Now, I say that to say this. This is not an indictment against Chuck Norris. However, someone feels it's your personal feeling or your opinion. If I, the human being, am telling you that I have nothing against Chuck Norris, I mean it. I've said it in time past. I have no ill will towards any man. But I'm a commentator, again. And because I have talked about this subject in time past, I just want to sort of put it to rest again. Maybe, hopefully, those who have a little bit of common sense will comprehend what I'm saying, and we can move on to the next thing. But in this particular video, I want to touch base again on Chuck Norris making the statement that he taught Bruce Lee high kicks. He never did. Chuck Norris has never taught Bruce Lee anything. Period. Bruce Lee was the example. Bruce Lee was a much higher caliber martial artist than Chuck Norris ever could hope to have been. Bruce Lee chose Chuck Norris to be in his movie Return of the Dragon. Now, from what I understand, it was supposed to have been someone else before Chuck Norris. That's neither here nor there. The point is, Chuck Norris was the one who made it to the movie. So now, with that said, Chuck Norris claims that he taught Bruce Lee high kicks. I rebut that, and you should as well, because there are many videos of things that Bruce Lee had done in time past, both in interviews and in demonstrations before he even knew Chuck Norris, where he was actually executing high kicks. He has done, or had done, Bruce Lee that is, some demonstrations, and guess what? He was using high kicks before he knew Chuck Norris, before 1968. Even when Bruce Lee did the television series playing Kato, he did high kicks when he was fighting many opponents in many episodes. So where was Chuck Norris then? So just with that information alone, you can ascertain that Chuck Norris was actually lying. He was. Am I calling him a liar? A person who practices lying? No, I'm not. But as it relates to that particular subject of him teaching Bruce Lee high kicks, he was lying in that instance. And I'm not beating up on him, I'm just stating a fact. So I'm going to leave a link below of someone else's video where they're actually showing some videos of Bruce Lee kicking high before he knew Chuck Norris. Just for your entertainment, pleasure, and purpose. Okay, so now the question is, why would he say he taught Bruce Lee high kicks and he didn't? Can we all say that he wanted to be equal to Bruce Lee or better? Is it because he was maybe even jealous of Bruce Lee on some level and his level of expertise? Whatever his reasons were, they're unfounded. Bruce Lee chose him to be in his film, not the opposite way around. Now, I'm going to say this before I close, and you can do the research on your own, and you can look up the interviews and on your own without even looking at the link that I'm leaving here. You can find Bruce Lee doing high kicks before he even knew Chuck Norris, if you care to actually know this. Now, let me say this before I close. This is my main point closing. Chuck Norris would have never achieved the stardom that he has enjoyed up until this point had it not been for Bruce Lee inviting him into his film Return of the Dragon. We would have probably never known who Chuck Norris was. Never. Carlos would have never known him on the level that we do tonight or today. So now he has done some very beautiful things in terms of artistic value in movies over the years. Even though his early movies, Chuck Norris, that is, Good Guys Wear Black, uh, Breaker Breaker, The Octagon, some of the earlier films that he didn't really fit the bill. They didn't make it in Hollywood. They were not big blockbuster movies. Now, Walker, Texas Ranger probably was his greatest claim to fame. One of the better things that he had done in terms of film, and I enjoyed that series myself. But before that, he was struggling. So, Chuck Norris, I commend him for the things that he's done. Again, I'm not beating up on him, but he should give Bruce Lee the proper due that Bruce Lee deserves, that he has not given him all of these years. That's it. And that's all. What do you think?